Hi gamers! Got a bunch of new and old games to show you again, and at the end of the video I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch console and the new Zelda Breath of the Wild. But before I show you these new games, I gotta mention that if you're not following me on Instagram or Twitter, you should really do so. I'm a FinGamer on both accounts, and basically, you know, I think I've shown most of these games there beforehand. If you're interested in what games I'm getting, Instagram and or Twitter could be the fastest way to know that. So check me out there. I'm FinGamer. First, I got some Super Nintendo games. Got a Super Swiv, pretty decent action, shooter game where you pilot different vehicles and a helicopter. It's not in the best of shape, but it's complete. Also got Wing Commander. Of course, Super Nintendo isn't the best platform for Wing Commander, but again, it's complete, and I got this pretty cheap. It's a pretty good deal. As was this NBA Live 97. Like I've said previously, I don't really collect sports games, but in the case of old Nintendo consoles, I've started doing exceptions. Again, this is complete, so might as well buy it. You know, you don't see that many complete Super Nintendo games out in the wild. And one more. Got Super Adventure Island. Pretty classic. Classic game here, and it's looks great even to this day. It's just really something about old good 2D that really just holds up. It's a joy to watch. Switching gears here, basically the same thing that I just said. I got Stardew Valley, also did an unboxing for this yesterday. Check it out if you haven't seen it before. And looks gorgeous. The 16-bit aesthetic, it's really charming, and looks finally as a physical release here on consoles. So I had to snap up the PS4 version. And this is the collector's edition, even though there are no other editions, so every edition is collector's edition. This is coming for the Switch as well, and I think the Switch's touchscreen would be a really good way to play the game. This has some problems with the controls, being a PC game first and foremost. But the Switch version isn't guaranteed to be a physical version, so I got this now. Maybe I'll double dip on the Switch. Got here a bunch of good games on the 3DS as well. Got Mario Sports Superstars. This has their own amiibo cards produced for it. And this package also includes a random card. But they do sell them in, 5-card booster packs as well. And I got Yokai Watch 2, Bony Spirits and Fleshy Souls. And finally, before we get to Switch, just showing this, I got the Kickstarter Collector's Edition of Torment Tides of Numenera. Also did an unboxing for this as well. Check it out if you haven't seen it. And then we get to Switch. What order I should do this? Well, maybe I'll just show some of the games first, and then some hardware, and then finally Zelda. So I got 5 physical games so far. Of course, I got the special edition or limited edition of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Switch. Sadly, that one wasn't released on the Wii U. Wii U only got the regular edition. I got one to Switch, which is it's basically what Nintendo's trying to do. It's the Wii Sports of Switch, and you kinda use the same kind of controllers, remotes or Joy-Cons in the Switch's case. So basically, you could have done this easily on the Wii. The reaction tests, and you draw your gun and which one has the better reflexes and stuff like that. Most of those mini games you could have done on the Wii, but of course here you have the portability, and you can go and play in the park like they do in the commercials and stuff like that. I don't know how many people do that, but it's compelling. I think it drives the idea behind the Switch quite nicely home to people who didn't get what was good about the Wii U. This is only a multiplayer game, only a two-player game, so it's a party game, and it's you can have some laughs with it. There are some pretty funny mini games here. I don't know, if you're just playing with one person, it does get old, but in a party, I think it's just a decent game. And then I got Super Bomberman R. Of course, it's a Switch exclusive, and as such, it's kind of more interesting than if it wasn't exclusive, I guess. It's not the best Bomberman game. The cutscenes are horrible with horrible voice acting, and the gameplay it's a bit sloppy, being 3D and all. So you can't beat a good 2D Bomberman. But it's still there, you can play reasonably normal courses and all, and of course that's the main attraction here, is that you can play 8-player Bomberman if you have enough Joy-Cons, and it still quite doesn't hold a candle to Saturn Bomberman, which is a 10-player game, but still it's pretty impressive to be playing with 8 people. Then I got Has-Been Heroes. This is a Finnish game made by Frozen Byte. They're known for their Trine series before this, and of course I had to get this as well. It's really fun to see, really great to see a physical edition of this. This is basically a roguelike RPG action game. And I also got Lego City Undercover. I've played through the Wii U version 100%, and I loved every minute of it. This is, I can't overstate this enough, that this is a really good game. If you like Lego games, get this. This is the best Lego game there is. And even if you don't like Lego games, but would like something, a fun open world game that doesn't take itself too seriously, this is your game. This really is Grand Theft Auto for the kids. I love collecting everything in the game world. And on this Switch, this came out on PS4 and Xbox One as well. Finally, this is no longer a Nintendo exclusive, but of course it looks better now, and I was happy to double dip, and this time I can also play with my kid. It has a 2-player mode here as well, so that's pretty good. And then got some hardware here. First up, let's of course I got the console, the Neon controllers. I got the Pro controller, which isn't a must, but this is a really good controller, and you really should get this if you're playing Zelda or something like that. It does give you better control, and the Joy-Cons, when they're attached to the console or the cradle, it's okay, but this is the real controller, so I do recommend it. And I also got the official carrying case, which also includes a screen, cover protector. And these are sold out everywhere. I think these are as well, but you can't find either of these anywhere. So just hang tight. I'm sure Nintendo will make more soon, but basically these are almost essential, especially the carrying case. The console is just so big, and the screen is huge, and you don't want to get it scratched. So get the carrying case for it. And I also got an extra pair of Joy-Cons. What I really love about these is that when you get, here's the console, you get the opposite color Joy-Cons when you get them separately. So basically you can have 2 blue and 2 red if you want. So that's pretty good. And this package here included a download code for snipper clips. And yeah, this I think most Joy-Cons are sold separately, and the snipper clips is by far the rarer package here. And I kind of like the fact that I have a physical release of snipper clips as well. Snipper clips is great. It's a totally fresh take on puzzle games and 2-player games. You really have to do some nice co-op to get through all of the stages, and it's a riot, trying to communicate with your friend on how to do this level. And sometimes it really takes some thinking to get through the level, and it's a really great puzzle game. I can't recommend it enough. There are some nice downloadable games on the Switch already, like some Neo Geo games. Well, I guess the most important exclusive game out now is Voez. For it was originally for smartphones, and now it has its first console port. It's basically only doable on the Switch thanks to its touchscreen. It's a rhythm game. And yeah, my girlfriend really likes it. Says it's really one of the best rhythm games she's played in the recent years, so that's good. And before Zelda, I'd like to talk about the hardware itself. Just put it here. I haven't had the Joy-Con signal problems, or bended consoles, or scratched consoles, or anything like that, so I can't really comment on those negative things because for me those don't exist. I'm not saying that they don't exist for everybody, but I guess they're just not that widespread as the internet would have you believe. I don't know. But as far as the console itself goes, I just love how fast it is. It boots up immediately, and games load in a few seconds, and saving takes no time. You take instantaneous screenshots, and everything just works so well. The console's user interface, it's really bare bones, but it's you only play with the console. Everything has been optimized for gaming. You don't have even a web browser, and it's all the better for it. All those added things, just weigh the console down. Of course, I wouldn't mind if they launch Netflix on it someday, because it does have a great screen, and it's truly portable, so it would have some applications other than gaming that I wouldn't mind. But so far it's gaming, it's where it's at, and Switch excels at it. I don't know what else to say. I guess it's slightly overpriced. I know Nintendo is making slight profit on each console. So maybe Nintendo could have tried and sell it for cheaper, but it looks like they're selling every console that they can manufacture. So looks like a really strong start for Nintendo here, and let's hope it stays that way. Of course, they really need to announce a lot more games at E3 at the latest, even though there are, Splatoon 2 and Mario lined up for this year, but they need more, of course. But the start has been good, and the potential is here, and I love the fact that you can actually take it with you. I kind of feared that it would be kind of like the Wii U, with the screen here, like on the Wii U controller, but you can't take the Wii U with you, but this you can. And I don't really play on a train or the bus, but I do travel, and go visit my parents or something like that, and I can actually just take this out, and there I have the console with me. And you don't have to do any compromises. If you take this with you, you're playing the exact same version of the game with the exact same saves that you were playing on your TV. So it just works. And I have a kid who sometimes likes to play his own games on the TV, and then I can just play my own games on a Switch screen here, and it just works like a charm. And again, it's really fast how fast the image transfers from the TV to your Switch or vice versa. And yeah, it really works, and I'm almost amazed that Nintendo has made a console this good, this sleek, should I say. And it's a portable machine. Let's be fair. You don't have the console isn't anywhere. It's everything that you have it's right here, and it's really thin as well. It's amazing how much power they did put in this. Of course, it's slightly disappointing that Nintendo couldn't even compete with the current consoles, but now I get it, and they don't really have to, and it looks like the audience agrees with them, and but we'll see how well it continues to sell during this year. And finally, Zelda. I just have the Wii U version here as a prop while I talk. Like I said, I did get the special edition for the Switch, but I already have that on my shelf, and it's too big to fit the screen here anyway. Yeah, Zelda Breath of the Wild it's one of the best games I've ever played. It's Nintendo's first foray into open world games, and they knocked it right out of the park with their first try. The world is huge. It's a joy to adventure there and find new things, and just go to new places. Everything it's just the best feeling. You're actually exploring the world there, and it has just the right amount of stuff hidden there, and just the right amount of rewards for exploring. It at first I was kind of bummed that they had removed some of the Zelda staples, like pieces of heart and stuff like that. Replaced them with the shrines that you do, and you can exchange for shrines to one heart. So basically those are your pieces of heart, so nothing's really changed, but just the cosmetic things. And there are some other things that deviate from the Zelda formula, other than the open world theme. But it doesn't really take long for you to think that or agree that you don't really need that. The heart of Zelda has always been in exploring the world, at least for me. From the first game onward, in the very first NES game, your hand wasn't held, go there and do that, like it was in some of the newer Zeldas. And you just have a big world, and you go you go and explore it. You do what you want, and that's the same mentality that you have in Breath of the Wild. The game looks great. The draw distance is as far as the mountains and stuff like that goes, it's great. And yeah, the various areas are so distinctly designed that it's just a treat to be in that world. I don't know what more to say here. Of course, the fact that your weapons break and stuff like that. It's a bummer, especially at first. But you learn to live with it, and Nintendo's just making you not be reliant on your one weapon that's your favorite. You have to use different weapons and use the environment to your advantage as well. Use your shake a slate powers, and it's just really great game design that they give you all the powers in the first hours of the game, and then they say that just go anywhere. And you can go to the final boss straight away. You don't have to do anything. Of course, it's a difficult fight with you being underpowered, but you can do that, and that applies to anything in the game. After the first few hours, where they slightly guide you, but after that you can do whatever you want. And it's a bold statement, in these days game design. Yeah, I really like it. Of course, one thing we have to mention are the collectibles, namely the 900 Korok seeds that you can find. When you first hear the number 900, it's like Nintendo has lost it. That's stupid, and I'll never be able to finish that, and blah blah blah. And you're right. Without a guide, you can't finish it. You really can't find every 900 Korok seeds if you don't have a guide. You have to accept that. And but compared to like Assassin's Creed, where you find feathers or something like that, you just have to go to the feather and you pick it up. But here you have to actually find the Koroks, and many times you have to do a little puzzle as well. Of course, most of them are under one rock, or you have to find some sparkle there underground and push A. So those don't really require you to do anything special, but there are some puzzles where you have to push a big rock, between two trees or something like that. Actually figure out what you have to do, and some of them actually require you to be quick, or use your bow or something like that. So they are not just collectibles, there are mini puzzles. But because there are 900 of them, you can always come back to the game, and there is something that you can find in the world. And again, that's a really bold statement from Nintendo, is that we created a world where you can infinitely go, and always you have something to find. again, unless you use hundreds of hours and a guide to find all of them. But if you don't, if you're a regular player, then you have infinite adventure here. Of course, I'm sure. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold. Of course, it does get old, after 300 or 400 or 500 Koroks, but that's beside the point. The point is that they're in the world, and if you want to find them all, it's gonna be a huge adventure. Luckily, you can they're not only collectibles, but you actually expand your inventory with them, so they're highly usable as well. So that's a big plus. They're not just numbers, but they're actually useful things. But also, it was a nice touch from Nintendo that you only need like 450 of them, like half of them, to fully upgrade your inventory. After the 450, then you're just collecting them for collecting's sake. So I think I haven't finished the game. I'm right at Ganon's Calamity Ganon's front door. And I'm just finishing up the final touches on the game. I'm like missing 6 shrines and like 7 side quests, and well, I do have 260 Koroks, so basically missing like 190 Koroks for the full inventory. So I think I'll do all of those and then finish the game. And I'm having a blast in the meantime. One thing I forgot to mention when I talked about the breaking weapons, and it is a bummer that you can't really, finding a weapon, it's no big deal. Usually when you find a weapon in Zelda or any other game, it's like, yes, a weapon. The rest of the game it's now gonna be really different because I have this new weapon or tool in my toolkit. But here it's like, weapon, it's gonna break. So it's not ideal. But what really is the king of collectibles in Breath of the Wild for me are the armors and clothes. Not only do they not break, but they also, you have new abilities, new powers with the armors and clothes. So they're really important here, and you can also upgrade them if you find 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of the great fairies, and upgrading them takes a long time and lots of materials. I've upgraded every single, I found every single armor in the game, and I've upgraded all of them except the one, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but the one that you get for after you get all 120 shrines, then you get the final armor here. So that I haven't got yet, 6 shrines to go, but yeah, really happy to be getting all of those, and that's like for me, getting a new piece of armor, it's like the holy shit moment. I got this, so cool. And yeah, that kind of makes up for the lack of weapons that you are actually happy to be finding. Yeah, like I said, Zelda Breath of the Wild is one of the best games I've ever played. I'm not sure if it's the best. I guess I'll have to ponder that for a couple of years before I can make a claim like that, but it's definitely in my top 10. It's really great that, of course, this game should have been out, like a year or maybe 2 years ago on the Wii U, but I fully understand why Nintendo wanted to wait here and make it the killer app on the Switch. It's, Nintendo knew the quality of the game that they were making, and wanted to save that in order to sell their new machine, and it has sold very well to buyers of the Switch. But still, I'm really happy that we got it on the Wii U as well. It should have been, you know, an exclusive, but no, it's not, and I think, you know, most people experience it on the Switch, but it's still a fantastic thing that the Wii U got one of the best games ever. So that's really one of the crowning achievements for the Wii U, and I'm happy that the console got that for itself. Yeah, I guess that's it for my Switch and Zelda impressions. When I came back from Japan, my Japan trip, where I bought a boatload of Wii U games, I went to eBay and started buying some of the missing games that I didn't find in Japan, and those are going to be coming in my next video, so stay tuned for that. But thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This was quite a long rant. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.